Welcome back, everybody. It is getting closer to fall, but more importantly, it is close, or if not, it is Amazon Prime Day, and there are some fabulous deals to be found, including some deals from our good friends at Danxilu, who sent me a couple of inflatables to test with you today. Now, we did just do an inflatable review a couple of weeks back. That was some tombstones. It was kind of a really cool inflatable, and they had a few more on their website, which we'll take a look at. But I also did an Easter inflatable, couple Easter inflatables from them for that season. So they've got some really good products, and they just keep churning them out for all seasons. So it is spooky season, but I noticed on their page they've got some Thanksgiving inflatables coming up. I'm sure we'll be inundated with Christmas or holidays any moment now, but for the moment we are going to enjoy our spooky season Halloween inflatables. Like I said, we've got two of them. They come in these fun Halloween boxes, and today we are going to be looking at the 5-foot inflatable pumpkins family and the 6-foot inflatable pumpkin ghost. Now, one thing about their boxes, they do come nicely themed with Halloween, but there are no pictures of what they are. It just says the name of them. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Amazon page and see what they actually look like. All right, I will go ahead and put a link to the Danxilu Shop in the description of this video below. But if you go ahead and just type in Danxilu Halloween Inflatable, you'll find their shop come up, and there's a little link here that says Shop Danxilu. Gives you their product pages. So right now we can see they've got Halloween inflatables with the nice little Halloween banner here. The Thanksgiving inflatables I mentioned, oh look, they do already have Christmas inflatables and even more. So you're gonna have to go and check out their webpage if you wanna see that and more. But they do have, looks like 4 different Halloween inflatables here. I'm thinking they might have some more by Halloween. I'm not entirely sure, but it is early in the season, so now is when you will get the best deals. One of these is this 8-foot long inflatable Halloween decorations, pumpkin lanterns with tombstone. I do not have this one. This is the one I don't have so far. I really like the way it looks. It's kind of menacing and fun and creepy all at the same time. But what we will be looking at today, which by the way, this is the one we looked at last time, which leaves the 6-foot inflatable outdoor decorations, 3 ghosts with pumpkin lights, and then we have the pumpkin combo here. And if we go ahead and click on the links, it looks like this one's on sale, so it's 20% off at the moment. Again, by the time you see this video, it might be different, but if you're trying to shop for Amazon Prime, you might catch these deals or something maybe even better. All right, and this one is 10% off. So we have a couple of different options here. Looks like it's $35. How much was that last one? Oops, did I pass it here? $30. I actually love the look of this one. I can't wait to see what they look like in person. I'm gonna go ahead and open up one of these just to kind of show you offhand what we're gonna find in the box. All right, inside we have the, of course, nicely packaged, tightly compressed inflatable that will, as I always say with inflatables, it will never go back in the box. All right, we've got a couple of plastic stakes with some rope, and there's a couple of metal stakes in there as well. So a couple of combinations of how you can tie them down, but you also get to weigh them down with these plastic water containers. I've only seen these from this company so far, and I think it is great. So they don't come with the typical beanbag weights in there. You take these, you fill them up with water, although I guess you could fill them up with something else like sand if you wanted to. But water should work, and then you can just empty it, reuse it year after year. It keeps it nice and compact, makes it easier to store, and it's got a good heft to it because honestly, I hate tying things down, and if I don't have to, I won't. So hopefully these would be enough to weigh it down. And then let's see, what is this last thing? It is, of course, the instructions. You've got some nice full color instructions going on here. But I think we've done enough inflatables that we don't need to worry about that. So let's go ahead, take this stuff outside and see what it looks like. All right, here we go. Unfurl it. So this one, I believe, was 5 feet wide. So I like that it's got a lot of characters in it. Let's go ahead and plug it in. Now there is quite a long cord here. Okay, so the cord itself looks like it's about 6 feet, a little more than 6 feet. So you've got a little bit of play to it. Go ahead and plug it in. And it starts to inflate. All right. Now one thing I noticed on this one is that the zipper was half open. You do want to be careful with that when you're inflating your inflatables. Sometimes I will plug them in and it just won't inflate forever, and that's usually the problem. Oftentimes though, they'll get twisted up as well, so we'll make sure it's untwisted here. This one is going to inflate pretty quickly, I think. I mean, it's 5 feet wide, but not too tall, so there's not a huge volume in here, which is good because, you know, we have those weights, those little water bags. You can easily stick one in here. I would almost wish there were a zipper on the other end so I could stick a weight on each side, but I think you could get away with pushing it through. Keeping 2 weights in here, you probably don't need to stake it down unless you've got a lot of wind. So, but you do have the loops in several places. Both, looks like there's 2 on each end. So if you wanted to stake it down for sure, you'd have plenty of opportunity to do that. I didn't notice in the advertisement, it's got this cute little spider on here. We're going to take a closer look at that here in a moment. But first, let's go ahead and open up the other box and see what it looks like. So look how flat and nicely that is packed. All right, let's go ahead and put these things back in the box and unfurl this one. Okay, that wasn't quite as exciting as I was hoping. All right, let's go ahead. So here we can see we've got some ghosts and a pumpkin. Now, so this one looks like it's got the same cord. Let's go ahead and plug this in, let it inflate, see what it looks like. All right, and check the zipper. It's fully closed. Let's see how long this takes to inflate. This one, I don't know. It seems like it's got a lot of volume to it, but it's probably not that much more than that one because that one's very wide. This one's very tall. Should be about as tall as me once it gets going. We have some very colorful ghosts on this one. I can see offhand, we do have very Halloween colors. The bright oranges, greens, purples, pink, not so sure of, but I don't know yet till we take a closer look. So let's go ahead and bring the camera in and we'll do just that. All right, let's go ahead and start with the ghosts on top of the pumpkin. Now we do have 3 distinctly different faces that go from this one looks almost innocent, and he's got a little bow tie. I guess they all have bow ties, different colors. So this one's orange. It looks like it might inflate itself a little bit, so I'm hoping that this flap will just kind of work itself out there eventually. I like the sort of flowing fabric on the arms to give it that ghostly appearance. Now, it is plastic, just like the inflatable itself, so it's not going to get gross out in the rain. This guy looks like he might have had a little too much fun at the Halloween party. He's got the creepy yellow eyes and a purple bow tie. And then this guy looks like he's the one that caused all the trouble, got his little friend there a little too happy at the party. Down here we have a pretty standard jack-o'-lantern. It's nice and big and round. So I do like the fact, again, that these are very distinctive faces on these ghosts. Speaking of distinctive faces, over here we have our 4 pumpkin men, and I guess could be women family. They're also very distinctive, starting with our pirate here with the eye patch and this fun sort of quirky mustache. And he's got a little pirate hat here too. So that's perfect for any sort of general Halloween display, or if you have a pirate display as I do, that would work very well. Below him, look at this guy who's struggling to hold up the pirate with his sweat on his brow. This guy's thinking, glad that's not me. Or maybe he's worried about this spider that is crawling on top of him. He's got some sort of target-looking eyes. He only has 6 legs. Is he a spider? He could be a giant ant. Alright, and lastly, we have the vampire with a witch's hat. Getting some multi-purpose out of this one. But look at those fangs. Perfectly kid-friendly, but mischievously Halloween. Now in terms of setup, this guy did always want to keep falling out. I did put a weight in the bottom of him and now he seems to be standing up fine, but he would probably benefit with some of that staking down or even roping him off. I forgot to bring the camera to show you the back sides, but there isn't too much to see on this side. It's all very plain, so it is just the one-sided prop, but the thing I do see on the back side is lots of lights. One thing I like about these Danxilu inflatables is they don't seem to skimp on their lighting. So I can't wait to see what this looks like at night. And it looks like it's getting dark here pretty soon. So let's wait a couple of hours and take another look. Here, as the sun is going down, we can see them in all of their glory. Now in this set here, you get the feeling that one of these things is not like the other. That would be this top pumpkin. You can tell it looks a little bit darker. I'm kind of surprised by that because even the spider has a light in it, which is really great because the blacks in the inflatable world tend to really get lost in the darkness. So I do like that they put a light in there. And if you look very closely on the back of this unlit pumpkin here, there's a tiny little square cut out like there should have been a light that went there, but there's not. So I find that a little bit disappointing, but I suppose we could always try and stick an extra light in there ourselves to make it glow, or maybe the one that you buy will have an extra light in it, I'm not sure. But you still get a little bit of that light that filters up, and with the lights around it, it doesn't detract too much. This guy over here, however, is perfectly well lit. No complaints at all. I do like that we've got the lights in every single ghost and the pumpkin. So overall, it's a very nice presentation. So let me know what you think in the comments below. If you are interested in purchasing one of these, I will put the link in the description below. Again, you want to check that out right away, see what kind of deals you can get. And that'll do it for today. Before we go, I wanted to say a special thank you to all of our patrons out there who help support the channel. You can see their names on the screen here. Thank you very much. If you're interested in becoming a patron yourself, you can see another link for that in the description below. So thanks for watching, everyone. Till next time, take care and happy haunting.